When life gets only tougher and things get only rougher, when times and environments only makes me to suffer, when I feel like I'm alone, when there's no one I can rely on to move on, you're always there to hear my moan. Kept me growing with your comforting arms so warm that I realized I have a place to go called home, where I can be embraced, a zone where I can be safe, so loved in your amazing grace.
고된 하루 끝에서 지쳤던 당신의 눈빛이 이제 내가 바로 설 수 있게 늘 비춰주네. 지켜주세요. 내